Paul Graham from OptimalBody.ca. Today I'm going to answer the question, why can't I lose weight on the keto diet? On the surface, this is a really quick answer. If you're not losing weight when you're on the keto diet, it's because you aren't in an energy deficit. So this means you're not burning out more energy or calories than you're consuming. A lot of diets and programs out there make you think that there's some sort of other factor that's causing you to lose weight. The truth is, any diet, any program is getting you into an energy deficit if it's causing you to lose weight. That's how you're burning body fat. Different diets and different programs just have different ways to make it easier for you to get into this calorie deficit. So the rest of the video, what I'm gonna do is explain the most common reason people aren't in an energy deficit when they're on the keto diet. First, I'll start off by saying I'm not the biggest proponent of the keto diet. I think different things work well for different people, and it can be a great fit for a lot of people. Having said that, I've seen it not work well for a huge percentage of the population as well. Obviously, getting too many calories coming in is going to be the main area to look at. The most common places with this in the keto diet tends to be nuts, seeds, oils, cheeses. A lot of times people are kind of sold on the idea of keto because they're like, I can eat as much food as I want and still be able to lose weight. But that's not the case. If you're eating so much food that you're out of an energy deficit, you'll stop losing weight. The example I always use for people is there's lots of athletes out there that eat keto who aren't trying to lose weight and they maintain their weight. So the next factor is protein. So sometimes people are getting too little protein when they're on the keto diet, making it hard to stay satisfied. Or sometimes people are getting too much protein on the keto diet. When you get too much protein on the keto diet, it can actually push you out of being in ketosis, and that can create some of the challenges around trying to lose weight. If you're not truly in ketosis, that can create issues in terms of regulating hunger levels. With the keto diet, generally speaking, most people recommend between 15 and 30% of your calories coming from protein. The third one, which is incredibly common, I've seen a lot of clients coming in who are using the keto diet to try to lose weight, and they lose weight at first, then all of a sudden they stop. And when looking at what they're eating a lot of processed food. Now, right away, a lot of them are like, oh, I don't eat any processed food. I'm eating keto food. It's all healthy. Keto's become so popular that there's a lot of packaged food that is technically ketogenic food, but the more processed food is generally, the easier it is to overconsume. And again, a lot of people get hung up thinking if they're eating keto, it's impossible for them to overeat. But if you're experiencing not losing weight while on keto, you can see that's clearly not true. So try to start reducing how much processed food you're eating and focus more on whole foods. Next, you're exercising less and or moving around less in your day-to-day life. So there's this phenomenon that happens, and it's been studied, where when people are losing weight, usually they'll start moving less in their day-to-day life. It's not a conscious decision, it's just your body trying to conserve energy. Potentially, this is even more likely to happen to some people who are on a ketogenic diet because you're getting less carbohydrates than your body needs to function without going into ketosis. This can create issues with having energy. And so it can just make you a little bit more lethargic, or also can carry over to finding you're exercising less, which would impact your energy expenditure, making it harder to stay in that energy deficit. Next, not getting enough fiber. Again, a lot of times people have taken this idea of, I can eat as much fat as I want, and so then they're focused around eating cheese and bacon and things like this, and they're oftentimes not getting enough fiber. Or I found a lot of people are constantly eating salads that are mostly lettuce, which just doesn't have much nutritional value to it. So you want to make sure you're getting lots of different types of vegetables that are going to be helping to keep you filled up. So again, you're not over consuming on the fats, bringing in more calories than your body's burning out. Snacking too much. So a lot of people, again, have this idea they can eat as much as they want. So start looking at, are you potentially eating in between meals where you don't really need to be eating because you're not physically hungry. So make sure you're getting really good and hungry every single time you're eating. Another major factor is not getting enough water. You'll find your body wanting to eat more food when you're dehydrated, not getting enough water. I have a separate video about how much water to get when dieting. I'll have that video pop up above my head. Another major factor is maybe you're not actually in ketosis. One of the reasons a lot of people love the keto diet is they find their hunger levels are far more manageable. Oftentimes people think they're eating in the keto diet, but they're actually not in ketosis. So there's a lot of different methods out there to check if you are truly in ketosis or not. So you might want to make sure that you actually are if you're finding you're not losing weight, because you might not be getting the benefits of helping with hunger regulation. Next, unrealistic expectations when it comes to weight loss. This is incredibly common because people see these amazingly huge numbers. They expect to lose a lot of weight quickly. Often, initially, when you go on a diet like this, you'll lose a bunch of weight. But after that, most people are usually going to lose, at absolute best, 1 to 3 pounds a week. People often have higher expectations than this that are not realistic. So they feel like they're not losing any weight when they actually are. It's just not as quickly as they would like. Next one is sleep patterns. If you're having issues with sleep, this can cause a host of problems that make it more difficult to lose weight. It can impact some of your hormones that regulate your hunger levels. So if you're getting poor sleep quality or not enough sleep, this might be causing you to overeat. I have a video on this that'll pop up above my head. Finally, are you consistently following through on your diet? This tends to be a problem across the board for any type of diet or weight loss program. Are you actually being 100% consistent? Often people will be consistent 95 to 99% of the time, and then when they're not, they're really not consistent, and it's enough calories to push them out of their energy deficit. So you want to look at how good your consistency is. And then one final note, something that I've seen before out there is maybe you're eating too few calories and you're in starvation mode. So the starvation mode is a myth. There is no real starvation mode. Your body's metabolism does decrease as you're losing weight or you're reducing calories. However, there's no spot where you start reducing your calorie intake below your expenditure and then all of a sudden it slams the brake on your metabolism and it's impossible for you to lose weight. So there you have a lot of different reasons you can be following the keto diet and not losing weight. Hopefully at this point you have a clear understanding of why you're not losing weight on the keto diet and you have an idea of things you can do to shift around that. And again, I want to stress this is far from the only way to lose weight. It doesn't work well for a lot of people. And if it's not working well for you, look into other methods of weight loss. We try to teach an approach that's far more moderate.